शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। Namaste. Now we will see the meanings of Shri Vishnu Sahasranama based on Shri Shankaracharya Bhashya for verse 85. First we will see the verse. Udbhava Sundara Sundaha Ratnanabha Sulocanaha Arko Vajasana Shringi Jayanta Sarva Vijjayi. The namas herein are Udbhavaha, Sundaraha, Sundaha, Ratnanabhaha, Sulocanaha, Arkaha, Vajasanaha, Shringi, Jayantaha, Sarvavijjayi. There are 10 namas herein. We will see the meanings of each of these one by one. The first nama is Udbhavaha. There are a couple of interpretations herein. We will see one by one. Now the first interpretation for this. Utkrishtam Bhavam Janma Swechaya Bhajati iti Udbhavaha. The one who has a very exalted birth out of his own will, he is Udbhavaha. So here Ut, Bhava are the two components that we see for this nama. Utkrishta Janma. Ut refers to Utkrishta, exalted, very exalted. Bhava, Janma, birth or incarnation. So the one whose birth or incarnation is great. Why? Because Swechaya, he takes birth of his own will. Unlike other Jivatmans who take birth because of their Purva Janma Karma, Bhagavan takes birth out of his own will for the sthiti of the world, the protection of the world, protection of dharma and destruction of adharma. And hence he is celebrated by this first interpretation as the one who is endowed with an exalted birth. The second interpretation, Udgatam Apagatam Janmasya Sarvakaranatvad va Udbhavaha, or the one who has transcended birth, being the cause of everything. So here again Ut and Bhava are the two components. Bhava is again Janma, birth. The word Ut has been interpreted in the second occasion as Udgatam Apagatam. So the one who has transcended, or the one who is free from birth. Sarvakaranatvat. So being the substratum, being the cause of everything, he is free from birth. He is always in his Bhagavan Narayana, is always in his pure conscious nature, Satchidananda Swarupa, and all other creations, manifestations are just projections from the Sarvakarana, the substratum of all the projections or appearances. So the one who is free from all manifestations or births in reality. The next nama is Sundaraha. Vishwatishayi Saubhagyashalitvat Sundaraha. Being endowed with all exceeding auspiciousness, he is Sundara. So the word Sundara is generally means, the word Sundara generally means beautiful, but Acharya here beautifully describes the very term Vishwatishayi Saubhagyashali. Sundara in the context of Bhagavan has been described as Vishwatishayi, all exceeding. Saubhagyashali means the one who is endowed with all exceeding Saubhagya, auspiciousness, because Bhagavati, goddess Lakshmi, herself resides in the chest, the Vakshasthala of Bhagavan Narayana. And also Bhagavan Narayana is described as the one who is the repository of Ananta Kalyana Gunas. So all positive, all glorious virtues, all of them reside in Bhagavan, and hence he is Vishwatishayi Saubhagyashali, all exceeding auspicious entity, that is Bhagavan Narayana. Sundaraha. The third nama is Sundaha. Sushtu Unattiti Sundaha. Ardribhavasya vachakaha karunakaraha ityarthaha. The one who is deeply wet, moist, he is compassionate. So Sundaha, the word Sundaha has been seen to have two components as per the commentary. Sushtu Unatti iti Sundaha. So Unatti is derived, that verb is derived from the root undi kledane, so to get wet or being moist. So sushtu unatti, so the one who is very deeply or very well wet or moist. So what does this wetness or moistness indicate? Ardri bhavasya vachakaha. So this word sundaha in general indicates anything that is deeply drenched or wet or moist. What does this moistness or drenchedness indicate? It indicates karunakaraha ityarthaha. It indicates compassion. So Bhagavan, when he is described as being moist, so his heart is deeply moist with compassion. His love, his karuna for the transformation or the well-being of the world and the created beings therein. So the most compassionate, the one whose heart is always wet with compassion, he is Sundaha. The next nama is Ratna Nabhaha. Ratna Shabdena Shobha Lakshyate Ratnavat Sundara Nabhihi Asyeti Ratna Nabha. Ratna refers to beauty, glory, the one whose navel shines beautifully. So in this nama, we see two components, Ratna and Nabhi. So the one who is endowed with Ratna, Nabhi is Ratna Nabha. So Nabhi is navel and Ratna. Ratna in general means a precious stone. Acharya here clarifies Ratna Shabdena Shobha Lakshyate. So precious stones are known for their shine, glitter and glow and beauty. So here, rather than taking the meaning of Ratna as precious stone, the virtue that stands out in them, the quality that stands out in them, that is beauty, glow and glitter, so on shine, so that has to be taken as the meaning of the word Ratna. So the one whose navel is shining, a shining beautiful navel is Ratnanabha. So the navel of Bhagavan is glorified. Why is the navel of Bhagavan glorified this much through this nama? Because it is from this navel that Bhagavan Brahmadeva, the creator, the Chaturmukha Brahma, emerges in a lotus, and then he does his duty of creation. So the Nabhi or the navel, the shining navel of the Bhagavan, is the root cause of all the later creations. So being the seat of the creator, Vishnu himself, and hence it is glorified as the glowing navel, or the navel of Bhagavan Narayana is glorified through this nama, indicating him being the cause of the entire creation. The next nama is Sulochanaha. Shobhanam, Lochanam, Nayanam, Jnanam va asyeti Sulochanaha. The one whose eyes or knowledge or vision is beautiful. So here in this Nama Sulochana, we see two components, Su and Lochana. Lochana has been given couple of meanings, Nayanam and Jnanam. Nayanam is eyes and Jnanam is knowledge. So Lochana points to the eyes and also the vision. So Jnana is knowledge and also the vision. So the one whose knowledge or the eyes are Shobhana or beautiful. So the one who is endowed with beautiful eyes. So the eye in the previous Nama, the shine or the glory of Bhagavan's navel, Nabhi was presented. Here, the beauty of the eyes of Bhagavan Narayana is presented. So one can meditate upon the Pushkaraksha, the lotus-like eyes of Bhagavan through this Nama Sulochana or Shobhanam Jnanam, or the knowledge of Bhagavan Narayana is glorious or great. So that is also indicated by Lochana. So in Bhagavad Gita, there was an entire flow of great knowledge from Bhagavan in his Krishna Avatara, or the very form of Bhagavan oozes knowledge, because Bhagavan is always established in Yoga Nidra, and in that Yoga Nidra he is fully absorbed in his Satchidananda Swarupa, and hence the one who is always established in the pure conscious nature, that is also the meaning of the word Sulochana, and also the one who is endowed with beautiful eyes which are worth meditating upon. So that is the meaning of the Nama Sulochanaha. The next Nama is Arkaha. Brahmadibhihi Pujyatamairapi Archaniyatvat Arkaha. The one who is worshipped even by the most exalted Brahma and others is Arka. So the Nama is Arka, Archaniyatvat Arkaha. The one who is worshipped or worship worthy is Arka. And by whom is he worshipped? Bhagavan Narayana is worshipped by Pujyatama, by those who themselves are worth to be worshipped. So those who are already Pujyatamas, highly regarded, highly revered, even by them Bhagavan Narayana is worshipped. So hence he is Arka. So who are those who are themselves worship worthy, who worship Narayana, Bhagavan Narayana? Brahmadibhihi. Brahma and other highly evolved Jivatmans. In our tradition, in the Puranas, we see that who becomes the Brahman, the most refined Jivatma, becomes Hiranyagarbha or Brahmadeva, who resides in Satyaloka. That is Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Mahaha, Janaha, Tapaha, Satyam. These are the 7 worlds. Beginning from Bhuloka, there are 7 upper, higher realms. So, Jivatma, by his tapas, by his upasana, by his satkarma, and by his jnana nishtha, can gradually ascend these 7 levels and finally be established in Satyaloka. He can stay with the Brahmadeva in Satyaloka for pursuing his higher meditations, or if his tapas, if his jnana is greater, he himself later becomes one of the Brahmans, and hence, so those who have ascended through this Krama Mukti, in the sequential Mukti path, they are highly worship worthy. So Brahma is one exalted Jivatma who has transcended, gradually moved up through Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Mahaha, Janaha, and finally in Satyaloka he is, because of his tapas, because of his jnana, because of his relentless pursuit for self-refinement, the Jivatman has become the Brahmadeva, and hence Brahma and all other Satyaloka Nivasis are Pujya Tamas, the highly worship worthy. They themselves are highly worship worthy, and they are again involved in the worship of Bhagavan Narayana, and hence he is described as Arkaha, Pujya Tamairapi Archaniyatvat Arkaha. The next nama is Vajasanaha. Vajam, Annam, Arthinam, Sanoti, Dadati, iti Vajasanaha. The one who grants food to the seekers. So here we see, based on the commentary, the nama has two components, Vaja and Sana. So Vaja is Anna, Vajam, Annam, Sanoti, Dadati. So the one who grants food. So he is Vajasanaha, to whom Arthinam. So those who seek food. There are various devotees with various requirements or various prayers. So all their prayers, beginning from food, overcoming various ailments, attainment of prosperity, attainment of knowledge about the higher self. So all various seekers are there, seeking from food to highest knowledge. So all they are beginning from food. Bhagavan is the one who grants all desires to the seekers, the arthis, and hence he is glorified by the nama Vajasanaha. The next nama is Shringi. Pralayambhasi Shringavan Matsya Vishesha Rupatvat Shringi. In the waters of Pralaya, the one who was the fish with a horn. So, Shringaha Asyasti iti Shringi. Shringa is horn. The one who is endowed with a Shringa is Shringi. Whom does this point to? Shringavan Matsya Vishesha, a special Matsya, a special fish that is endowed with a horn. So that is pointed out by this term Shringi. This indicates the Matsyavatara, Pralayambhasi, in the waters of dissolution. So if one recollects the context of Matsyavatara, we see that Bhagavan appears as a massive horned fish, that's the Matsyavatara, to which is tied a great ship where the specimens of all jivas are placed, and the Manu is there in that ship. So such a ship is steered to the safety by the Matsyavatara of Bhagavan Narayana. And then when the Pralaya process ends, and when the turbulence of the Pralayambhas, or the waters of dissolution, as per the Bhagavad Leela, so that turbulence, when it comes down, again these jivas which are steered to safety in the waters, in the troubled waters of the Pralaya, so they are again led to the shore, from where again the life starts sprouting. So such is the glory of the Matsyavatara, which is captured through the term Shringi. The ninth nama is Jayantaha. Areen Atishayena Jayati Jaya Heturva Jayantaha. The one who conquers the enemies with great might, or the cause of victory. So Jayantaha has been given two shades of meanings here. We see Areen Atishayena Jayati, the one who conquers the enemies with great might. So Ravana was one such a great opponent whom Rama, with his great display of might, he overcame. So in the same way, we see in various avatars, Bhagavan with great might overcame so many mighty adversaries, and hence he is Jayanta, or the word Jayanta itself indicates that by taking the very name of Bhagavan Narayana, one is assured of victory. So whoever says the Nama Jayanta attains glory or victory. That's why it is said by Acharya, Jaya Hetuhu Jayantaha. So whoever chants Jayanta, remembering the might and glory of Bhagavan Narayana in his various avatars, that name itself becomes the cause of victory or success in whichever pursuit the seeker, whichever noble pursuit the seeker or the devotee is involved in. So the cause of victory, and also the one who with his great might overcame great many adversaries, he is Jayanta. The 10th nama is Sarvavijjayi. Sarvesham Jnanam Asyeti Sarvavit Bahyan Hiranyakshadin Durjayan Jetum Shilamasyeti Jayi Sarvavichasau Jayi Tyekam Nama. The one who is endowed with knowledge that encompasses everything, the one who conquered inner enemies like passion, etc., and a great external enemies like Hiranyaksha, is victorious, Jayi. The one who is both Sarvavit and Jayi, this is one Nama. So here we see Sarvavit Jayi has two nama, that is two components, that is it is a combination of two namas, but in total it contains three components: Sarva, Vit and Jayi, where Sarva Vit is one word and Jayi is another word, but both of these combined are indicated by Acharya as one nama. We will see the meaning. Sarva Vit, Vetti iti with, the one who knows. Knows what? Sarvam. Sarva Vishayam Jnanam Asyeti. The Bhagavan knows everything. So the one who knows everything is Sarvavit. The past, present, future, that which is inside, outside, all pervasive. The one whose knowledge is all pervasive, the one who is omniscient, is Sarvavit, and who is also Jayi, means the one who is victorious. Victorious in what? Victorious in conquering abhyantaran, inner enemies like raga, dvesha, abhinivesha, passion, hatred, clinging fear, clinging to life. All these are the inner enemies. So they have been conquered, and then external mighty adversaries like Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, Ravana, Kumbhakarna, Kamsa, Shishupala, all those external mighty enemies are also overcome by him, and hence he is Jayi. So the one who knows everything and the one who is always victorious. So he is celebrated. So the one who is not only possessed, or the one who not only knows things, and he also acts for the success of goodness. So this is a very interesting point to ponder. That is, a person may know everything, even having knowledge of everything, he may not act for the prevailing of the good. But whereas here it is indicated through this nama that Bhagavan knows everything, and he also acts for the success and glory of not himself, of dharma, and the defeat of adharma. So this is a wonderful quality that this nama presents, which needs to be emulated by one and all, where we need to attain knowledge about everything and things happening around us. We should be aware of things happening around us, and also we should act towards or react towards establishing the goodness As thus Bhagavan, being the knower of everything, he acts also and acts in a glorious manner to establish dharma. So Sarva Vijjayi. Thus, with these 10 namas in verse 85, we have thus far seen 799 namas. Om Tat Sat Shri Krishnarpanamastu.